Hi everyone, it's me, Moonlight Mason, and happy Halloween. Today is Halloween and I am celebrating at home with my hair. Anyways, you guys, last time I went on a little vacation to Portland, Oregon, I did purchase this wig with the intention of wearing it full on with my little two pom-poms on the top for Halloween. So I hope you guys enjoy the wig and this video. Now, in this video, I want to talk about Stephen Mango's video that he just made on how the Scientologist poisoned his dog. So here we go. You know what to do. Just keep watching. What are you, skeletons, or are you scarecrows, or are you ghosts? Keep watching. Hi everyone, if it's me again. If you're new to my channel, do consider subscribing, and if you have been here and you like me and you support me and you leave a comment, I know who you are. I appreciate each and every one of you, and thank you so much for liking me and liking my content. But today I want to talk about the Scientology Center in Hollywood, California, because I have had personal experience, and if it wasn't because of the personal experience, then perhaps I would not believe Stephen Mango that the Scientologist poisoned his dog. But because I've had personal experience there, I wanted to share it with you because I think you guys will actually find it fascinating. First, before we just get started, if you haven't seen Stephen Mango's video, he just shared the story of what happened to Phineas, his standard poodle. I happen to love standard poodles. They were my breed that I dreamed of having before I rescued a pit bull from the streets. That I never thought I would do that. That was 8 years ago. So of course that would be way too much work. And but anyways, I love standard poodles so much. And so he had this one Phineas who was only 2 years old, and he tells the whole story. I watched every single part of it. I think it is important to get through the first half of his video, which he kind of lays the background of how his house was being watched and all this stuff, prior to the second half where he actually gets into how Phineas was poisoned. Phineas? I hope I'm saying that right. 2006, 2007, or 2008. I don't remember. Anyways, I had just moved here to Los Angeles, and I did want to get into acting, and that's the whole reason that I moved in here. And one of these days, for you guys who like me, I have an acting reel. I have a comedy reel and a drama reel, just so you know, and so these reels were what you sent out to casting agents and managers, and if you were looking for someone to represent you, you would send these reels, and in these reels there's all the drama that I've done in different TV shows or little movies or something like that, and then I have a comedy one. So I can put that up for you guys to see if you want to see it. It's really good. And it's only 2 minutes long or a minute long. You had to have it really short. Okay, so there is this place in, it's in Burbank, or God, I don't remember. I think it's in Burbank, not Glendale. Anyways, everybody knows it. It's called Central Casting. You can look it up. Basically, when actors arrive to Los Angeles, one of the first things that you should do is get into doing extra work, because it really gives you, you get into it. You're doing extra work, and that's Central Casting is a casting agency for extra. So A lot of new actors that come to Los Angeles, not only Central Castings, there's different casting agencies out there, will go to casting agencies so that they can get paid. You can start making money right away. And if you're SAG, you get paid a lot more, but most people that come here are non-union, and so they pay you per hour to do this extra work, on TV shows, movies. It's wonderful, actually. Anyways, that's another video. I can really get into my experience here in LA with acting, because that's really something. And we're going to touch upon that in this video, because it does kind of tie into the Scientology Center. Anyways, I went there, and, I did the thing with the agency. And as you're walking in and as you're walking out of Central Casting at the time, I don't know if that's still true, there are people out there, very smart people, who have businesses, such as the Celebrity Center. The Celebrity Center, the Scientology organization, had some representatives in front of Central Casting handing out flyers. So if you have an acting school, or if you're a photographer and you're new to LA and you need headshots, as you're going in and out, there are these people handing you flyers and notifications, oh, here's a special on this, or get involved in this class, etc. So I was handed a flyer, and the flyer was an actress. I think she was a soap opera actress. I don't remember who it is. It wasn't really someone that big, but she was on several soap operas, and they showed her picture, and they showed, all her work that she had done. And they said, to come to a free seminar, that she would be there, and she would tell us about the industry. So I got the flyer, and I decided to go to this free talk, this free lecture on, whatever the title was. It was something like, how to get into the industry, what are the first things you should do when you get to Hollywood, by this known working actress. Okay, so this was held at the Celebrity Center, the Scientology Center in Hollywood. Now, at the time, I don't know what kind of, I don't remember what I had in my head, if I had any kind of preconceived ideas about Scientology. I don't know. I just knew that some celebrities like Tom Cruise and Will Smith and John Travolta, I knew that they were Scientologists. Katie Holmes and that whole thing, that she left Tom Cruise because, they were married and she didn't want to do the Scientology thing anymore, and all that. That's all I knew, because I'm from the Bay Area, so I'm not really from here. So what I hear is different than what you guys hear. That was when I lived over there. Anyways, so I go there. And as soon as I entered the premises, one of the first things that you will notice there, the very first thing, is that they have these, I don't know, I used to know more of the terminology, but I don't know that much. I'm going to call them these, representatives, the people that work there that dress in uniform. They're all over the place. So, and directing you. So that's the first thing that you notice, is that when you drive in, right away there's someone right there, and they tell you, go over there, and then there's someone there that tells you to go over there, and then there's someone there that tells you to park over here. You park the car. You take a couple of steps, and then there's another person, and they're saying, welcome, and everybody's really nice, and all these, I don't know what they're called. I'm so sorry. Stephen Mango, if you're watching this, help me out, but whatever they're called, they're not called representative. I didn't do really any research. I just wanted to share this story for Halloween before I didn't make another video, because my life has been upside down. And so that's why I don't have it all together, but I do have a lot to share with you. So they were all around, and everybody is nice, and they all say hello, and they all smile. And when you drive into the parking lot and you walk into the Celebrity Center, it is the most gorgeous, beautiful place, mind-blowing place, especially at Christmas, that you've ever been to. I mean, think about like going to Dubai or something like that. I mean, it's overdone. Everything is huge. The buildings are beautiful. the Christmas tree is the biggest thing you've ever seen. It's just beautiful in there, and everybody's friendly. Okay, so, and everybody's dressed. They're dressed in these uniforms, though, that they're not, the uniforms, they're not, they look like suits. Well, back then they did. I forget what they look like, but they're very straight like this, like the people that work there. They're very like, they were very like robotic, and they're very straight like this, and so, and everybody's got like a certain posture, a certain walk. Everyone there walks fast. The people that work there, they don't walk slow. Like they're always like zoom, 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 and you go in there and there's people just like, everyone seems like they have a place to go. That's what it's like when you're in there. It's like everybody's going like this, and there's all kinds of people, right? So, someone said, what are you here for? And I said, well, I'm here for this. And I showed them the flyer, and they said, oh yeah, great, welcome, and then they put you into this. They say, come in this way. So every single second that I was there, I was guided. Okay, I was absolutely led. From the beginning, I walked in there and there's something on the wall that maybe is some sort of writing or something, and so you kind of look at it, you read it, and it's all like geared towards self-help. And it's all, you start reading this stuff, and it's all, it seems like it's true. That's true, and it would really help you if you live that way. They took my information, my name, my address, my phone number, my email, I don't know what else. They looked at my driver's license, and they signed me in, to go to this room. Okay, so, and someone leads you there. You don't just like walk around like, so someone's, walking with you, and they took me to this room. And in this room, there weren't that many people in there, other like actors like myself that were there for this free seminar, but there was just a couple other people, maybe like 5 people in there or something. And they were all sitting, and it was very quiet. It was very silent, and nobody was saying anything. And like in each of the 4 corners of the room are one of these I said representatives, okay, one of these people, they're standing there like this, right? They're just standing there. And I don't think there were any windows, okay? I don't think there were any windows. And so the vibe in the room was very thick, it was heavy, and it was just a little uncomfortable. So, but I walked in, and then other people kept coming, and there wasn't that many. There was maybe like, let's say there was like 20 people finally in the room, right? Okay. And so then they closed the door, and someone comes up and speaks, and they're speaking about something that is totally irrelevant to the reason we were brought there in the first place. They start talking about, maybe it was like general philosophy about Scientology. I'm not quite sure what it was. It was kind of general, and then that went on for a little bit, and then they had the speaker, the girl, the actress. She was there. She came in. She sat down. She probably talked about 10 minutes about getting into soap operas or something like that, and then she started talking about how much the Celebrity Center where we were, the Scientologist, helped her, that there's a lot of, agents, and there's a lot of casting directors that are actually a part of the Scientology organization, and that you could meet these people, and that they have a lot of events and all this stuff, they were talking about. And as they were talking about this, they kept going on, and they went into some of their courses, and I think that's when they passed out these books. Okay, here's the thing. The whole time that I'm sitting there and everyone else is sitting there, you feel like you can't even blink your eyes. That's how controlled you feel. I felt, and all these people felt, like you were like these people, like you were like the representatives, and that your body posture, was just like, you can't even lift your hand to go like this, you're so intimidated. I don't know if that's the word, but it's something that I've never experienced before. And it went on and on. And pretty soon, I was getting thirsty and everyone was getting thirsty. And, I don't know, we just really couldn't even ask for water and we needed to go to the bathroom. And I don't know if someone finally said, I need can we get some water or something like that. Then another representative went and came in with bottles of water. And then I raised my hand in the middle of everything. And it was like raising my hand was like pushing the heaviest weight you could ever push. It was like really hard to raise, to go, hello, you know what I'm saying? Like, hello, because these people, they were so manipulative. They were so intimidating. They were so controlling, not only of your time. It was deeper than that. It's like going in there and you get hypnotized. And when you hear the word cult, I felt that. I really did feel that in there, because you walk in there and you can't be yourself. You can't be yourself because it's like, it was just like, it's hard to explain. And they also do a lot of, they at the time, they did a lot of movies at the Celebrity Center. So they would look for actors and actresses for lead roles and extra work and all that. And they would have a lot of auditions there as well. So I said, I've got to go to the bathroom. I raised my hand and I said, I have to go to the restroom. And they said, okay. And so I got up and I took all my stuff, okay? And there was one of these reps at the front door who opened the front door, let me out, and there was another rep standing on the other side of the door. I'm calling them reps. I'm sorry. That's standing on the other side of the door. And I said, I need to go to the restroom. And they said, sure, I'll take you there. And they start, as you're walking to the restroom, they go, oh, just 1 second. Can you read? They tell me, can you read this on this wall? I'll be back in 2 seconds. And so they would leave and then I would read it and it would be one of these things that I'm thinking, wait, why am I being controlled? Why is this person telling me what to do? So then they came right away and I said, I just want to go to the restroom. And so I go to the restroom, I come back out and she's right there. And then she says, I said to her, I want to go. I said, I just want to leave. And she said, sure, no problem. She said, let me take you out. And as we're walking out, she keeps stopping at all these walls that have like some writing in the walls. And she would say, can you read this? I'm like, what the hell? And then she would hand me like a book and you would ask me questions, would you like to come back for a free, they want you to come back for free for several times. Like I think they offered like I can't remember you guys, but like a 3-day or a 6-day course for free, like the very beginning of Scientology. It's like going to all these courses. And I said, no, but I'll take the books and the brochures and all that. So I left. And as I left, I was escorted, because there's all these representatives all over the place off of the property. And as soon as I left, I thought, oh my God. I just thought, oh my God. I mean, I felt like I went into somewhere that's like a cult or something. It was CULT to the max. I mean, I was just like, whoa, what was that? Okay. So I read the books. And I loved them. I love the books. The books are great. But I never, did anything. I never did anything further than, I never went there again in thinking about taking courses. I never wanted another book. I just had those books. I read them and they were wonderful. They're little tiny pamphlets, if you will. One was like a little book too. All on Scientology and their teachings. And so anyways, I had a friend, okay? And she and I were both actors, and she was teaching music, you know, to make money in her spare time. She was teaching piano and music and stuff. And she was being like an acting coach. And I was already dog sitting, boarding dogs. And she had a dog, and that's how we met. I just remembered we actually met at the dog park. And she had a dog. And so I told her, you know, that I would be able to board her dog if she needed daycare overnight, and she did, and we loved her dog. And then we became friends with her, my brother and I, and she was an actor as well, and she was in the, like, she was doing it, she had been here for a lot longer than I have. She was in these really expensive classes, acting classes, and she was making money on the side as an acting coach. And so I started getting auditions. I told you that's another video about my experience as an actor in LA. It's really cool. But anyways, I started getting all kinds of auditions, and we didn't hire, like she would coach me for my audition, and we would exchange for dog boarding. That's what we did. Okay. So, you know, this person was a Scientologist. She was a Scientologist, and she was there all the time, and she was taking all the classes, and she was, you know, involved very, very deeply into the Scientology. I'm just giving you something so that you know what this person did. So then what she was doing is, I don't like to drive in LA. I still don't. I don't think there was Uber at the time, and she said to me, you know, if another thing that we can do for an exchange, if you want, she says, I can take you to your auditions. I can drive you to your auditions, you know, and we can exchange that, you know, for like dog boarding. And I thought that was a wonderful idea. And this is the first thing that she did, is when she would drive me to an audition, and you will know, I'm not going to get into it, but you would know if you're an actor and you're going to an audition and someone says to you, oh, here's my headshot. You know, when you see the casting director, can you give them my headshot? I don't need to say any more than that, because that's okay. And then after that, guess what she did? She auditioned. There was two times this happened, where she coached me for an audition, and then I went for my audition, and then she called her manager or her casting director or whoever it was, and had them get her an audition. In addition to that, she did a couple other things, like she purchased some tickets for like $5 and sold them to me for $15. There were a couple things that happened that just weren't ethical. And they certainly weren't conducive to growing as a person and being the best that you can be for humanity. Definitely. Okay. And she was a Scientologist. I'm not saying that they're all bad. I'm just sharing with you my truth, my experience at the Celebrity Center, because when I saw Stephen Mango's video of how he believes that they poisoned his dog, I really felt it to be true inside. I think that the possibility, given his history with them, given, you know, just some of the common stuff that they have been known for, I really think that it's possible. And also, Stephen had mentioned the Hollywood Police Department and, you know, being in cahoots. All of that is possible, and I actually believe it. Now, I really felt I wanted to make this video because I love dogs so much. Like, I never had children. I have 2 dogs, and they're both about 12 or 13, and I love them. I found them both in 2010, but they're my babies. And so I really resonated with Stephen when he said, you know, these are, you know, my babies, and you know, him and his husband absolutely love them, and I totally get it. They're like your children. And so that really touched me in my special place in my heart for animals. And I thought, I want to share with you guys my personal experience of what happened, because I don't know, I think sometimes when we have things to share and you listen to something like that you don't know anything about, like if you watched Stephen Mango's video and you don't know anything about the Celebrity Center, then now you know a little more. And I do believe that it's a cult. I don't believe that it's all bad. I mean, I don't know, you know, to be honest, I really don't know any more that I'm sharing with you. I do know that they really break you down and then build you back up, and they have different names for different levels of where you're at. And I don't know, it's just a bunch of, it's really deep. I don't really want to know any more about it, but I do like watching the videos on the inside scoop on the Celebrity Center. So with that, I think I'm done. And you guys be careful tonight, okay, for Halloween. If you're going out there and you're going to go trick-or-treating, or if you're going out there and you're going to a party, I want you to have a lot of fun. Be careful. Be responsible. Love yourself tonight. Make the right decisions. And I won't be giving out any candy. I used to, but I don't do that anymore. I make this big poster and it just says no treats, and it says boo, you know. Keep everything dark. Oh my God. Anyways, you guys, have a happy Halloween, and I love you so much. Bye.